What is up, besties? It is your girl Karmic, back to you again with another video, and this time we are doing a Britney Spears update. Also, I am still arranging my stuff, so please bear with me. I don't really know what I want yet. I don't know if I'm going to keep this background. You let me know what you think, but I'll figure it out as I go. Anyway, in today's video, and very happy to be back, by the way. What's up, my regulars? Hi, besties. I love you guys. I hope that you're having a wonderful week, or whenever you're watching this. But in today's video, I wanted to take a look at why Britney and Paul broke up, what was really going on. We also took a look at what's going on with her and her brother, and then her family, and then just a general message about what we need to know about Britney as a whole. So as always, these are all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties. There are zero facts here. That's correct. That is absolutely correct. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. I don't have much more to say. You'll be able to see in the timestamps what I've covered. But we're just going to get right into the general message. So if you're new here, what I do is a general message, whether that's from your spirit guides, your passed on loved ones, just a message meant to find you. You do not need to be spiritual to watch this part. Just go, do I feel like this message is for me? And if the answer is yes, stay watching. And if you're like, nah, not feeling it, you can go right ahead to the pop culture section. So without further ado, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We're about to hit 5K. This is so crazy. We hit 1K this year. It's just, I'm so grateful for all of you. I love you guys so much. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you want to book a private reading with me, my website's in the description box below. But without further ado, if you want a general message from Spirit, stick around. But if not, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties. Let's get into it. All right, besties. So if you stuck around for the general message, then this is meant for you from whatever, whoever you want to call it. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. We are approaching 5K, baby. We're doing the damn thing. All right, Spirit team, what does my collective need to hear today? Keep hearing the song. I don't know her name, and she's not famous, I don't think. It's called Vacation. Slow down. Why we always so loud? I need a vacation. I think her name's Priya or something. So I think some of you might need to. Yeah, because we got a song, relax, just do it. Where you gonna go do it? And now I'm seeing scripting. So I don't know if you guys are headed in, because I'm seeing crossroads in my mind's eye. It feels like you guys might be making a decision. Okay, so we have 7 of Wands reverse, 6 of Pentacles reverse, 2 of Cups. Again, no one from the Powerball will ever call me. Anyway. Do you guys even get that reference? Am I aging myself? Is that still a thing? I don't watch TV anymore. All right, Spirit. 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, 2 of Cups. What you seek is seeking you. In your vulnerability, you will be able to align with what it is that you want. Remember how I was saying the song, I Need a Vacation? The back deck is the 4 of Swords. Look, he's resting. I think a lot of you are being called to go inward. Yeah, 2 of Swords is right behind it. Notice how in the 2 of Swords, she can't see because she's going within. I think right now is a time, yeah, Death card reverse is like a necessary ending, but you might be kind of avoiding it. This could be relationships with 2 of Cups, but I feel like for the relationship aspect, at least, I think a lot of you are actually single. Because this is giving me like 6 of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm tired of unequal give and take. I want more for myself. And so, and I see scripting. Are some of you guys like actually manifesting, or are you trying to? Because maybe that's a message that you should. Or if you are, then it's working. So keep doing it. But more importantly, above all else, what this says to me is that we're realizing that we don't want to be in that go-getter energy. 7 of Wands reverse. We're more vulnerable. We're more in our fallback, because it's in the fallback that we will be in alignment. I think a lot of you have either had jobs or relationships where you put in a lot of the work, yet the reward was like not much, right? You probably dated people that didn't give the way you gave. You probably dated takers. And if it's job, then you've had jobs where like maybe it was minimum wage, or it was just you were barely getting by, except you were putting 110% in, right? This is really telling me that it's in the fallback. I've gotten this message quite a lot, so I think a lot of you really need to be told to just rest. Yeah, I'm hearing the song Slow Ride, Take It Easy. Right now is a time for you to be envisioning what you want, but in a more creative type of energy. So I think a lot of you have been in more of like a grind culture type of atmosphere energy, where Spirit's kind of asking you to like play, be creative, be spontaneous, have the mindset of a child, because it's in that you will be in a better alignment with self. And then when you're in a better alignment to self, you will have a better understanding of what you want. You'll have a newfound, I see your energy upgrading. I'm hearing Upgrade You by Beyonce. So I don't know what y'all are doing, but it feels like you are tired. Yeah, because I'm hearing no more shopping sprees, no more late night. It's basically a song about things were tough. And it's like we've decided that we don't want things to be tough anymore. We want things to work out for us, and we understand either the law of attraction, or you're into spirituality, or you just know that if you work hard and you're dedicated to something that you love, that it's going to work out. It's going to pay off for you. I'm seeing that we need to like get out in nature is a big one from Spirit. I'm hearing that very loudly. Also, I don't know who else needs to hear this. Drink your water. We're not drinking enough water. I'm hearing that too. Because don't forget that water cleanses the body, right? And if we got negative, stagnant energies, think of like, you know, when you don't clean and dust builds up, it's kind of giving me that vibe. But I think you've been stuck in like the hustle and bustle of like either grind culture, work, just it's masculine energy for me. And Spirit's asking you to fall back, because I feel like, yeah, because now my third eye hurts really bad. It's like you can't see a way forward because you're not having fun anymore. I'm hearing the song Girls Just Want to Have Fun. And when we do that, we could be in a better alignment for what it is that we want, because Two of Cups being the third card that I pulled, what you seek is seeking you. And it's 55 on the clock, which is 5 is the number of change, and 5 and 5 is 10, which is completion of cycles. So you are wrapping things up. Don't think that the work that you're doing is going in vain, because it's not. And you are aligning to things that are better suited for you. So for instance, if it's just jobs, then you're aligning yourself to a job that's willing to work with you, to pay you what you deserve, a boss that's not an asshole to you. If it's relationships, then it's like you're learning to meet yourself, you're learning to heal self, so that by the time you meet the right person, you'll know what that looks like, and you won't keep attracting karmic partners, or, you know, people that have to teach you a lesson by hurting you. It's very much giving me like, we prioritize self so that we can become the right energetic match for what it is that we want. If it's all of the above, then take all of the above, right? So if you're looking for a new career, you want a better relationship, it's giving me more and more and more. Yeah, what is that song? Want some more. Is that Nikki? I don't know. Anyway, basically what this is about is you prioritizing yourself, resting, especially if you're seeing this when I release it on Friday. It's a weekend, baby. It's time to have fun. It's time to have fun. But even if it's not a weekend, if you're seeing this like 3 years from now, this is about you having fun, having the playfulness, the mindset of a child, because that's what's going to get you into like the next chapter of your life. It's almost like you've climbed a mountain and you're like, all right, I'm ready to climb the next mountain. But it's like, now it's time to rest. Like you have to rejuvenate the body, right? Whatever it is that you're aiming for with this Two of Cups, whatever you're seeking is seeking you. I need you to know that. Whatever you are seeking is seeking you. So if it's an unconditionally loving connection, it wants you too. It's what I'm seeing is like a gun, and it's like it's in the chamber. So it's like it will come eventually, but you know, you got to put it in the chamber, you got to close it, you got to make sure it's on the right setting, you got to release the safety, and then you got to shoot. You know what I mean? Like there's steps before you can get to the manifestation or the dream job, the dream relationship, whatever it is. So keep doing the work because it isn't going unnoticed. Keep believing in yourself because what you seek is seeking you, and keep owning that you are not willing to settle for things that don't serve you. You're not willing to take scraps. You are not willing to get paid less than you deserve, and you are not willing to date someone that's not going to give you what it is that you need. Own that, own who you are. Let your vulnerabilities be the thing that you love about yourself so that you can defend yourself. This is who I am. This is what I want. I don't give a fuck. That's the energy for this group right now. Energy is a mixture of get into that playful fun. You're doing a good job, sweetie, is what I'm hearing. You're doing a good job. You don't give yourself enough credit. I'm especially talking to you, Virgo placements. I can hear y'all, but I haven't done enough yet. Mutable signs too, I'm getting. So Virgo, Sag, Gemini and Virgo specifically. So if you have those placements, and Taurus, I'm hearing Taurus. Anything else? Leo, Scorpio. Okay, now you're just naming them all. Actually, that makes sense because I have water, earth, and fire. And I really didn't feel called to bring up air. Oh, air's at the back deck. Okay, whatever sign fits. But honestly, what I'm getting is just like, some of you may really be burnt out. You might need a break because it's like, but I got to keep going. I got to keep doing this. It's like what you're not realizing is there's a reason we rest, right? Like if we don't go to sleep for 8 hours or however long, then we can't come back fully refreshed for the next day. Right now, you're in the respite. You're in the resting stage. Have fun, play, dance like nobody's watching. This is your permission from spirit to just do something that doesn't require any, like, I feel like some of you might be overachievers where it's like, this has gotta, like, I'll call myself out on this too, where it's like, well, that won't make me money, so do I really want to do it? Like, remember that there is time for play. There's time for fun. There's time for you to live youthful. And that's how you stay young and vibrant. And that's how your mind continues to be able to see something in your future that you want because you believe. And how do we get that energy besides falling back and loving ourselves and nurturing ourselves? So right now, Spirit's asking you to nurture yourself, have fun, play, get out of the grind and get into a hearty energy of just living in the moment. Because when you're in that present moment, you'll basically almost like download what your next chapter is supposed to be. It's almost like the fallback will help you understand where you need to go next. It's not grinding more because I feel like some of you might be having brain fog or might just feel like you're exhausted and you don't know where to go next. It's because you're not meant to go anywhere. You're meant to fall back. So fall back, play, have fun. What you seek is most definitely seeking you. And the moment that you start to realize that you matter and your needs matter is the moment that this is going to be even a quicker alignment for you. So prioritize yourself. If you're trying to bring in a relationship, what would you want your spouse to be like? And how can you implement that today? Do you want a spouse that's always going to nurture you? Then why aren't you nurturing yourself? Do you see what I'm saying? If you want someone who's, going to treat you, you know what I mean? Like buy you, I don't know, Chipotle on a Tuesday, but you're like, no, I'll never buy myself stuff I don't need. Like we have to change the brain so that we can attract what it is that we want. We have to be a vibrational match to it. So if we don't fall back and if we grind, we're only pushing the thing that we want further away. So fall back so that it can be in alignment with you. So I hope that this was helpful. If you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my website's in the description box. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. But yeah, it seems like you guys are doing the work. It's just time for a rest. I think a lot of you need a nap. Like I think a lot of you need a nap, and I think you need to hear that. You've been doing a lot more work than you think you're doing. It's not just mental, it's also energetic. Because when we realize that we're done, the energy also has to match. So you don't realize you're doing stuff in here as well. So give yourself the credit. Give yourself a pat on the back. Oh my God, what is that song? Let me give myself a hand. Oh, that's the song for you guys. Treat Myself by Meghan Trainor. Yes, that is the song for this pile, this general message. So I'm going to leave it there, besties. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, you can book a private reading with me down below. But without further ado, let's get into the pop culture section. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties. Let's get into it. All right, besties. So we are going to start with why Britney and Paul broke up. Just checking in on that. What's going on with her. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. I also want to point out that this deck is shuffling messy, which is kind of giving me the vibe of a messy ending. Or at least she felt like the relationship was messy. But, all right, let's get into this. Why did Britney and Paul split, Spirit? I think there's a few things going on. One, when they say that she was concerned about him being a deadbeat dad, yes, 100% yes. But also, I think that I'm seeing like, ooh, shiny. I think the excitement of the idea of Paul wore off for Britney. I think for her, it was about, and like I said, I'll try to remember to link in my description box the other Britney readings I've done. But this is giving me like buyer's remorse almost, because it's like, I think she just wanted to have fun. And it feels like she was trying to live out her 20s because, you know, she didn't get a chance to. And I think it was like she had to boomerang back to experience the party life because she never got to. And so with the Page of Cups being the first card, it's giving me Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. There was never going to be a happily ever after. It was a phase. Think of like, you know, when you're going through your teen phase, most things you've done in your teen years, they don't come with you in adult life. So I do agree with what the media is actually saying so far. She ended it, that's for sure. I think she also got triggered because she's used to people using her. Now, I'm not going to say that Paul wasn't using her. I haven't seen it. I'll let you know if I do. But I think that she was being triggered because it was like, I want to have fun. I think she has a wound where it's like when anybody tells her what to do, makes her feel like she's trapped, she bites. It's giving me feral cat. I mean, look what she's been through, right? So she's kind of on the offense instead of the defense. She's not really open to... I agree with and I'm going to put it in my thumbnail, where she was like, I don't ever want to be with a man ever again. She's kind of in that energy for sure. But I do feel, if I'm being honest, I don't feel Paul was that bad to her. I think he was more of her punching bag. And I know you're going to come at me in the comments, that's not what Google says. Yeah, okay, because Google's so honest, right? But I just feel like, I did hear deadbeat dad. So I do kind of feel like that's true. But I feel like he was more of a play toy for her. And it was just like, let me just see what's going on. Let me just see how I can enjoy this. But at the end of the day, with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, she was like, you're abusing your power over me. I don't care how much time I put into this. With the Seven of Pentacles reverse, I am not going to waste any more of my life on a man. Like, that's kind of the vibe here. It's very much black and white. I think he did something that triggered her. And she was like, nope, I'm out. With that Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like, I don't care how much time I put into this. I'm out. I think she got triggered, which is not shocking, right? She's got a lot of trauma and she's still working through it. So it is what it is. But I do think that they might have had a fight or something. Maybe words were said, especially with the Queen of Swords in reverse. It's like, thank you next. Yeah, I'm hearing thank you next by Ari. Oh, she also thinks he's a loser. Honestly, okay, so I don't know if any of you guys know my story. You know that I was an alcoholic 5 years ago, if you're a regular-ish here. I think that she eventually just kind of got the ick because I'm hearing the song, I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me? I think he was a safe choice. That was the reason that she got so swept up in it. He was the safe choice. He's a Taurus from what I believe I Googled last. Y'all forgive me. I'm pretty sure he's a Taurus though. And it's like, I think, oh my God, I'm hearing the song, You Remind Me. Where it's like, you remind me of a girl that I once knew. See her face whenever I look at you. Wouldn't believe all of the things. Yeah. She got triggered because I think he might have either said something regarding work or money or something like that. There was a money thing here where it was like, oh my God, this is another K-Fed. That's the vibe of this. Because remember, out of all the dudes she's ever really dated, like K-Fed was like, you know what I mean? And it's kind of giving me that vibe where it was like, I've had a failed marriage before, but I'm thinking more like, because I'm hearing Ari again, where it's like, God forbid something happens, at least the song is a smash. She's like, I already fucked up by marrying Sam. I'm not gonna open up a new can of worms where I get myself stuck in a bad contract, Six of Pentacles, so think, bad marriage, where you're going to be mooching off of me, King of Pentacles in the reverse. I'm seeing things differently, and I see how you move. I almost wonder, I don't know what his story is, because I feel like from his energy, it's more just like, he's just fun. He's a good time. And that's what she needed for that chapter of her life. But I think because she knew it wouldn't last long term, it eventually gave her the ick and it started to trigger her. So it was like, oh my God, with all these aces in reverse, like, let me take my energy back. I don't like this. Let me remove myself. So yeah, the news is actually telling the fucking truth. Well, go figure. Look at that. 10 of Wands, burden. Yeah. The world. I think she started to recognize her cycles. Maybe she was trying to people please him a little bit. And then she really, it's almost giving me this vibe of like, I don't know if you're a female or if you've just dated a man, but you ever just hit a breaking point where you're like, I'm so tired of douchebags. Like, that's kind of the vibe. 10 of Wands with the world. I don't want to keep this cycle going. I don't want to keep settling for less than I deserve. What's wrong with me? But the reason that I'm like, Brit, like, it's okay, because what she doesn't realize is she didn't get her 20s, so she's reliving her 20s now. And so in your 20s, you make bad choices. And I feel like she thought that that was a testament to her character, whereas I disagree. I think that she was living the part of her life she didn't get to live before. So there was definitely something where he triggered her, because I feel like he has no drive, if I'm being honest. I don't feel like he really cares about anything. I think he's just someone to have fun with. I do think he cared about her. I don't really care what anyone else says. I do think he cared for her. Anybody that is not Britney Spears that gets to date Britney Spears is going to care about her to some extent, right? It's Britney. But I just think that where he is in life and where she is, it's giving me oil and water. They're just too different. Temperance, I need to start over. Yeah, I think is it possible K-Fed might have threatened her too? Because this is giving me, like, my family. I need to worry about that. I think she was also worried about, like, how can I like how it's, like, a woman that's on this Three of Swords, because it's giving me this vibe of, like, I don't want to look like a fool with the Two of Pentacles. I have to make a decision that works for my family and everyone involved. But more so, like, you know, her kids, the people she's trying to fix things with. Yeah, because with that 10 of Pentacles, it's giving me this vibe of, like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But now that my kids are talking to me again, I can't make a risk that would make me end up looking dumb all over again. I think she's incredibly hard on herself. I really wish that she would just, like, I don't know, Britney, if your team's watching this, girl, give yourself a fucking break. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, Give Your Heart a Break. Strength, pride, out of my comfort. Yeah, everything. Oh my God, the internet is telling the truth. I think probably because she posted on Instagram, right? I don't know. I didn't see it. But this is like, for my kids, I can't do this. Like, this is fun. It's giving me, like, you know, when you drink and you meet someone at a bar and you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, I was seeing with those beer goggles again. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the vibe here. And I think because, yeah, the internet's telling the truth. I think because, like, he's a deadbeat dad and she's so dedicated to getting her kids back that it's like, ew. You know what I mean? Because in her mind, it's like, I'm fighting so hard just to make my kids like me, and you can't even be bothered with yours. Like, it gave her one hell of an ick. And I can't really blame her with that. Yeah, Three of Wands, expansion. Four of Pentacles, holding on. I think she also realized that a relationship isn't going to make her happy. Because it's reminding me of, like, these remind me of, like, cremation things. And it's like all the dead relationships is kind of what I'm getting from this. And it's like, do I really want to waste my time on another one? Yeah, I'm hearing DJ Khaled, another one. She's just sitting here and it's like, I'm going to be honest, Britney's energy is literally the definition of, like, fuck men. And I kind of love that for her. Because that means that she'll be focused on herself now. With that Four of Pentacles, with the Four of Cups, it's like I'm pulling my energy back to me because that's where it belongs. And I realize that going outside of myself is not making me happy. I mean, look at this guy. He's all alone. And he's like, I need to expand. And in order to do that, I mean, look, she's at a loading dock. It's like I have to leave shit behind. So for once, the media, I mean, she must have posted on Instagram because I don't trust the media. But yeah, Seven of Swords. Fighting was true. Fighting was definitely true. I also think that he was hiding shit from her. I don't know if this was actual sleeping with other people. It's possible. Take that if it resonates. But it's giving me more so like Emperor being dad. You remind me of my father. You remind me of K-Fed. You remind me of the things that I'm trying to leave behind. And with Seven of Swords, I think she was having a hard time lying to herself about who he was. Because in her mind, it's like, if I'm going to fuck with somebody, it's either forever or not at all, which, girl, feel that. But you have to understand, like, she's doing everything in a different chronological order. It's like, from like birth until what, a couple of years ago, she's been an adult. So now it's like she's going backwards and redoing the parts that she's missed, but then she's gaslighting herself and being like, well, I'm broken. Like, why am I liking guys that are losers? Like, because you're in your 20s right now, Brit. Like, you're just having some fun. But I do think that he might have put on a facade about how great he was. I mean, Taurus energy, are we shocked? Like, and before you come for me, I'm a Taurus rising, so shush. But I think he might have, like, yeah, because I'm hearing the song Take a Bow by Rihanna, where it's like, you put on quite a show, really had me going. I think he just beefed up his resume is what I'm hearing. I think he probably said a lot, but he didn't own up to it. And I think it all fell apart because it was all built on words and both of them just wanting a change of scenery in their own lives. Yeah, Eight of Swords is like, I feel trapped. And this always reminds me of like a jail cell. So it's like, I feel stuck. And I've felt like I've been in a prison my whole life. So why would I do that again? She's got avoidant attachment style right now. That's what I would say. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Swords. I need to worry about my finances, my stability, my kids. I mean, look, in this boat, there's a whole family, right? So you know her, she's all about her family. And it's like with the internet, like I can't risk this. I almost wonder, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes, only zero facts here. Yeah, I'm hearing shots fired. I feel like it's possible that K-Fed might have threatened Britney with like a whole, you know, if you really want your kids around, then why are you fucking around with this dude? I think he might have scared her, if I'm being honest. I think for her, it's like, my kids come above all else. And so nothing can get in the way of that. And so I do think that K-Fed might have threatened, like, if you keep staying around here with this dude, I don't know if I want you around the kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just think he just talked some shit and just kind of woke her up. And, you know, honestly, I still don't have an issue with this relationship. I don't really care what anybody says, because think of the relationships you had in your 20s, right? If you're past 20s, we did some shit because we had to experience life. And I think that Paul was an experience, and that's all it is. It's not that deep. So I'm going to move on to, let's take a look at how it's going with her children and go from there. All right, so now I'm going to look at the sons, but also the brother, because isn't she back speaking with her brother? So we'll look at that too. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. If you're new here, please consider joining our little club. We are almost at 5K. I am so grateful for all of you. You guys are incredible. Thank you just so much for being here. But let's get into her family, all alleged. Why am I hearing spoiled brats? But I don't know if that's necessarily coming from Britney. I keep hearing spoiled brats. I heard it when I shuffled off camera, and I'm hearing it now. I feel like her kids are entitled. If I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like they're very entitled. I mean, look at who their father is, and then look at the whole manipulation. They didn't have Britney around, you know what I mean? But for some reason, I'm hearing that, so I'm putting it out there. Anyway, all right, let's see what's going on with her family. I'm definitely speaking, obviously. She's definitely happy about this. I think right now, this is the chapter where it's like, oh my God, I can have a family. Britney has always, every time I read her, it's like family first, which is so sad considering what her family's done to her. But for her, it's like, this is an opportunity for me to get back in his good graces is what I'm hearing. So this is the brother. But I feel like he can be a little cold. I don't know that I necessarily trust him completely. Because usually King of Cups, that's like a great sign, especially if I'm doing a client reading and that's your next man. Like, he's emotionally mature. But I'm being drawn to the fact that he's looking at the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm kind of, yeah, I just heard the word opportunistic. Fuck. I feel like Brian's seeing this as an opportunity. Didn't they say that he moved in or something? I feel like this is opportunistic on his end. I'm going to be honest with you. Here's Britney. Empress in reverse. I think she's just fucking heartbroken and she's willing to grab at whatever she can have for family's sake. The Empress in reverse, she is struggling. I think that, you know, she's in the stage of her life where she wants love and she wants a family of her own and she wants her family back. And it's like, yeah, I'm hearing the quote, when you come from parents that, you know, especially living in our society, most parents have some sort of issues. I mean, we all look at the world, like, come on. But it's giving me, Britney has always learned that she had to settle for being needed and not loved because she got it. Yeah, I'm hearing I got it from my mama. So maybe she did get it from her mom because she is very docile and complacent compared to the rest of them. But it's giving me this vibe of like, she'll take the crumbs because, again, she settles for being needed. So I don't know that I trust Brian, if I'm being honest. Yeah, because my throat's starting to go. And I keep being drawn to how he's looking right at the Wheel of Fortune. It's like my opportunity to get in with Britney. But I just don't know that it's for the right reasons. I dropped the Devil card. Are you kidding me? Two of Wands is friction. King of Swords. Are they already fighting? Is this her brother's spirit? I feel like he's manipulative. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I just don't. I'm sorry. I feel like he sees her as an opportunity. I don't buy that this man has changed. Two of Wands in reverse is friction. The Devil card is not a good card to come up for a reading about family. The Empress is reversed, and you got the Devil card, Four of Cups, detached. I feel like this guy's manipulating her. I mean, notice how he's on the throne. He doesn't have a single smile. It's like, and I'm being drawn to the angel wing. You know how like everybody says like Britney's like such an angel, and like if you're into spirituality, people think she's an earth angel. If you don't know what that is, it's not that deep, so don't worry about it. I just don't trust him. Yeah, I'm hearing the song "Don't Trust a Hoe, Never Trust a Hoe." Is he fucking throwing, is he throwing Paul in her face? This is giving me the vibe. Yeah. Fuck. Okay, so all alleged, zero facts here. None at all. No facts. How could I possibly know? I'm looking at cards and talking to dead people. Obviously, I'm crazy. Okay? Okay. I feel like Brian knows exactly where her wounds are, and he knows how to poke them so that he can get his own way. I don't know that this will last a long time because I think eventually Britney will snap. Because I'm hearing the song, everything you say to me takes me one step closer to the edge and I'm about to break. I feel like right now it's like I get my brother. So again, it's like I just see her settling for crumbs. And I feel like, especially with that King of Pentacles, that's Paul. So, and then Knight of Pentacles, you need to leave. So again, it's like everybody's in her fucking ear telling her what to do. Everybody's telling her who she is and isn't. I think he's also called her out on her behavior, which like, fair, but also she didn't get to do that. So you could sit here and yell at me in the comments all damn day. She's out of her mind. She's being a hoe, yada, yada, yada. No, she's living her 20s because her fucking parents took it away from her. But because all of these, I think this is probably why I heard entitled, it's the whole fucking family, dude. Everybody wants a piece of Britney. They don't think to ask, how can I add to your life? Brian has no desire to ask how to add to her life. I feel like he just fucking yaps his mouth and gets his way. And I feel like Britney's kind of a doormat, if I'm being honest, because it's like whatever it takes for the family. And the Tower's kind of reminding me of the home. So if they do move in together, I don't think it's going to be good. And even if it lasts a while, it's only going to be because Britney's bending. Yeah, I'm seeing someone's back bend and bend and bend until it snaps. I feel like Brian's a user. I'm going to be honest. I think he's more of a user than Paul. I said what I said. I don't give a shit. I feel like because Paul was a drug addict, and maybe I'm a little biased. Maybe I'm biased because I'm recovered, so whatever. But I feel like Paul is more melancholy is the word I'm hearing. He's just blah. He's just do whatever I do, party to live, whatever. Is he a deadbeat dad? Yeah, absolutely. I saw that. But he wasn't trying to use Britney. He was just trying to have a good time. And considering that everybody I read around Britney is like, what you can do for me, Paul wasn't one of them. I think Paul triggered something in Britney because here's the thing, right? When you, and again, I'm not saying Paul is a good man, so please do not flip my words around, which you will anyway, but it is what it is. Paul wasn't there like, oh, I can ride on Britney's coattails. I'm going to be famous. I can get whatever I want. Paul was like, I'm here for a good time. I'm here for enjoyment. Let's party. Let's just live. Like, it's giving me like, we only have today. Like that type of vibe. Whereas everybody else around Britney is like, what you can do for me. So, yeah, because in this energy, I'm pissed off. In the Paul one, it was like, meh, whatever. But in this one, it's like, how dare you? Is he really moving in? Because I fucking hope not. I feel like he's going to get in her ear and we're just going to, I don't think this is a good idea. I'm going to move on. I'm not. Oh my God, the magician reverse. Are you kidding me? My tarot readers, come on. What was I just on about? What was I just bitching about? That he's a manipulator and you get fucking, I'm hearing the song Womanizer in my mind. I don't trust this man at all. I don't like him around her. I really hope that she opens her eyes and realizes that family doesn't always mean blood. It doesn't. Because family are people that love you and don't manipulate or abuse you. And if blood is doing that to you, then that's not family. You know what I mean? But whatever. Self-sabotage. He's using her vulnerabilities against her. You son of a bitch. Ugh, I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like it. I'm going to move on. I don't like this at all. Oh, my comfort. For the fucking kids. She's doing this to like create. She wants to appear solid and family oriented so that she could be with her kids. Which I get. But I think that the Brian thing was just jumped into too fast and I don't like it. I just don't. Six of Wands in the reverse is like it's a pride, it's an arrogance. And Four of Swords is a rejection. And with the Page of Wands, it's like I feel like he did this under the guise of, oh, I got your back. Because he moved in after Paul, right? It's giving me like, oh, I'll help you. Like, I got your back, sis, yada, yada. He's a fucking manipulator. Oh, no. I feel like I might have to repoll for the kids because I'm getting a whole story about Brian here. Why did he need to move in with her? Because Ten of Swords, self-sabotage. She's not seeing him for what he is. I mean, look at this Ten of Swords. It's a dude that's screaming. I feel like she just, family's fucked her before. What do you think? It's possible to happen another time? Of course. Hey, man, stuck. Look at everything I put into this. Ignoring my intuition. High Priestess reverse. Son of a bitch. Brit, come on. Knight of Cups. You promised me things will be different this time. The Fool reverse. I'm more mature now. King of Wands. That's her brother. She's fallen for his words. Son of a bitch. I want to repoll for the kids because this is a whole story. Anything else? Actually, you know what? Spirit, can you give me anything on the kids before? Unless you want me to repoll. What about the kids? She's trying to love them while also pretending to be detached so that she doesn't smother them. Because I feel like, again, there's this arrogance to her children. They were raised by K-Fed. Are we shocked? With that type of money, like rich Nepo babies, they're going to be entitled to some extent. But I think she's having to hold back her emotions when it comes to them because she doesn't want to lose them again. I think they're pulling the strings. I think, you know, I'm hearing cheap shots. I feel like they say fuck shit to their mom. This is giving me like, you know, an unhinged 18-year-old being like, Mom, why are you being a slut on Instagram? Like, everybody in fucking Britney's life, they're horrible. Like, they're horrible to her. Even her kids, because they're entitled. And so it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. I mean, I know you guys aren't going to agree with me, but I think Paul was probably one of the better things to have happened to her recently. Because at least he wasn't like I know they say that she got triggered because she was worried about him using her. I think that was just a trigger that had always been there, and it got poked again. She didn't have to chase Paul. That's the point. She didn't have to chase him. She chases after her brother. She chases after her fucking kids. She chases after her family. She chased after Sam. Towards the end, not so much. But Paul, she didn't have to chase. So that's why her triggers were getting hit. Because when you haven't healed from trauma, you're going to attract people that mirror those things. And I think Paul mirrored kindness without, I'm seeing like kindness without a price tag. And so she found something to pick at that wasn't necessarily there. I'm not saying he's a good guy. Stop twist. I can hear you all in the comments. Shush. It's honestly, fuck these kids. Like, that's what I'm hearing that quote, fuck them kids. Like, I'm hearing that Britney needs to grow a backbone if any of this shit's gonna change. Because she's putting her grief to the side. 5 of Cups. It's not that big a deal. Whatever. Like, I'm just going to be the perfect mom. We're just going to ignore everything. I'm sure K-Fed has fed them a bunch of bullshit. And she's just taking the beating because it's all she knows. If people are shitty to her, she's going to chase them. She might snap eventually, Sam. But she's going to chase them because the people that are emotionally avoidant are the people that she's going to draw in because that's what she's always drawn in. I don't trust her kids either. I think they're opportunists just like the rest of them. Yeah, I think behind closed doors, 9s is like right before the end of a cycle. I think behind closed doors, they don't care about her, if I'm being honest. Not to the way that they should. 9 of Swords in reverse is like she has to put her anxieties aside and like kind of dissociate from what she's been through. And I know you could counter argue, well, they're kids, like it shouldn't be their concern. This shouldn't be their problem. I totally agree with that. However, I feel like her kids are problematic and rude and just mean, like unnecessarily mean, like being like I would not be shocked if they literally said, Mom, stop acting like a slut on Instagram. Because that's what I heard in my head. So, and I guess you could counter argue, but as someone who had a mom that was super young, you get used to people thinking your mom's hot. So like it comes with the territory. And you have a famous mom. It is what it is. Like it sucks, but it is what it is. You don't see anybody else's celebrities' kids flipping out and being like, you need to stop being a whore. Like they're taking after their father. They were raised by K-Fed. I don't like any of this energy. She'll do anything for the normalcy of family. Yeah, her pride is way too strong. And I feel like the kids probably use it against her, too. This is giving me, like, asking for extra money. Because it's reminding me of my Wendy Williams reading, where it was like everybody was just trying to make money off of her. It's kind of giving me that same vibe. Like, well, she wants us so desperately, we might as well use it to our own advantage. So I wouldn't be shocked if, like, she's been buying them a lot of shit or just doing whatever she can to make them love her. Yeah, I'm hearing Bonnie Raitt, I can't make you love me if you won't. You can't make your heart feel something. Yeah. 6 of Cups, she wants her kids. The Chariot, whatever it takes to move forward for the happily ever after. This girl, I mean, this one line right here is so loud to me. She's willing to just pretend nothing ever happened to her for the sake of, like, her babies. It's like, just, I want to find my happiness. I just want to be happy. I want that white picket fence life. I want that. I love how it's also 2 boys, because she has 2 boys. But I'm also being drawn to the fact that they're looking towards the past, which is giving me the vibe again of like, I feel like they've been kind of conditioned by their father to poke at her wounds as well. Everybody's looking towards the past in that card. I don't think this is good. I don't trust these kids. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of concerned for her, and it's not because of Paul. If anything, she wore the pants in that one. Metaphorically speaking, Paul wasn't going to do shit. He was just trying to numb out from his own unhappiness, whereas these people are just way more opportunistic, and I hate that. Ace of Pentacles, are you kidding me? Eight of Pentacles in reverse, not working, but getting, and she's doing everything to make this work. Page of Swords, communication, I'll whatever it takes. I'm here in Imagine Dragons, whatever it takes. But I think her kids are just in it for money and fame and whatever they can get because they're Nepo babies. And this is the same with Brian. I feel like it's like, ooh, I'll be living my royalty life. They're all manipulators. I hate this. Nine of Wands, walking on eggshells. Four of Pentacles, letting go. The Sun. I will let go of anything for my happiness when it comes to my family, even if that means I have to walk on eggshells, even if that means I have to bend my back. Look at how this guy has, look at that. Remember how I was saying she's bending and bending until she breaks, and now you got this? I don't like how this is, yeah. So I will end this with just general what we need to know, because honestly, I'm kind of concerned with how this could possibly happen, or I'm just making a mess. Do you see what I'm saying? Even my deck is messy. Like, I'm not this messy, but my deck is messy as shit today. Why? Because her family's messy. Honestly, these kids need to be like screamed at. Look, Ace of Swords dropped out when I was saying that. They need to be yelled at. They need to be like, you can't talk to your fucking mother like that. And listen, like, criticizing your mom might be necessary sometimes, but if you're just being like, stop being a hoe, like, I don't know, y'all. I don't think this is the best circumstances for Britney, and I kind of feel like everyone's kind of putting it on Paul. And like I said in my last reading with Paul, I don't think he's a threat. I think he triggers her because he's not a threat. I think he's a loser, allegedly. I don't even want to call him a loser. I think he just doesn't have his shit together. It is what it is. I don't know, y'all. I don't feel good about this whole family situation. But let's just end this with a general message of what we need to know about Brit. All right, so we're just going to end this with any general information that Spirit wants us to know about Britney, anything, everything, whatever. So as always, thank you to everybody that sits through 30 seconds of ads. It's a free and easy way to support my page. It's how I can keep doing these. And again, if you're new here, bestie, subscribe. We'd love to have you. Uh-oh. Upright or reverse? Reverse? Okay. Did I? Okay. I think this fucking, her brother's gonna cause her grief. I hate this idea. He's not gonna change. Six of Swords. The Hermit. She's gonna feel just as alone. Now I'm worried about Britney. I don't know that, it's not giving me worried in terms of like, she's gonna get drunk, do dumb shit. Like, she might, but that's not my concern. My concern is her mental health. Because the Hermit next to the Ten of Cups, and her brother popped out of the deck, she's going to feel alone in her family. Because they don't care about her. It's almost like she just... abandonment wounds is what I'm hearing. It's like she's going to have to pretend to be fine while he's around. She's not going to even be able to deal with her emotions. And I feel like she's going to be catering to him, because I'm seeing her in like a waitress get up, like taking care of him. Because that's what she wants to do so bad, is she just wants to nurture. And these people know that, and so they use it as an opportunity. And I'm being drawn to how he looks like a shell of a person in this Hermit card. He's going to drain her dry. Brian is not coming in with good intentions. I don't buy that for a fucking second. Anymore. Hold on. See, she's so shattered from marriages that failed, you know, K-Fed, Sam, whatever, her father, all of it, that it's like anything to start over, anything to potentially be successful. But the problem is her past is haunting her. I mean, look at this Nine of Swords. There's a literal ghost. Her past is haunting her. She's not over it. This is why she posts shit and then deletes it, is because she's, you know, she's a sad. She's mutable. She has an emotion and then she'll stop. I feel like because she's still in so much trauma and the ghosts of the past are haunting her, she's going to try to die that down for, you know, Brian being in the house so that also she could have her kids. But with that Ace of Cups reverse, it means that she's going to be depleted by these people. Once again, cyclical fucking behavior. I really hope that she could find her happiness, because she's searching for it in the wrong places. Expansion. Letting go. Yeah, she's like, if I let go of the past, then maybe I can have the future I want. It's giving me today for tomorrow energy. Like, I'll be happy eventually. If I just let go of my problems, if I pretend I'm not chained to the past, if I pretend that the issues don't bother me with the Five of Swords in the reverse, and if I let go of all the financial issues that the family did to me, if I just push all that under the rug, then I can look at this from a different perspective with the Hangman reverse. Then I can expand Three of Wands, and then I can finally be happy. She's putting her happiness outside of herself and into other people's hands that are all opportunistic. So I don't know that it'll be horrible, but I definitely think that her mental health is going to take a hit, because I feel like she's not going to be able to deal with what she's suffering with, because it's going to be like, oh my God, I have my brother. I can bond with my brother now. It's filling the void, but she is not realizing that it's her that needs to fill the void. And so I just kind of see her like withering with him in the house and with her fighting for more time with her kids. I think her kids are spoiled brats. I'm sorry I said what I said. I think they're entitled little assholes. 1:33 on the clock. I think they only care about what she can do for them. And I think Brian feels the same. And I feel like Britney's going to soon realize that she's fucked no matter what she does, because these people just don't care. Yeah, because now I'm hearing the song, Avril Lavigne, Why Should I Care? Because you weren't there when I was scared. I was so alone. I think K-Fed fed a lot of bullshit to these kids. Like, oh, your mom wasn't around because of her being selfish. She wasn't around because she didn't care about you, blah, 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 blah. And that became their inner subconscious rhetoric. And so now it's like, what can you do for me? How can you benefit me? All of these people are fucking takers. And Britney, because she loves family, will give until her back breaks. And I just... if she ends up losing her shit, like let's say, I don't know, a few months from now, whatever, whenever, if she ends up losing her shit, kicks Brian out, motherfucks her kids, don't be surprised, because what you're not seeing is that she's got these beautiful rose-colored glasses on that is making everybody look a hell of a lot better than they are. Her kids need a real stern talking to and some therapy. And her brother's a opportunistic asshole. So right now, it's in the honeymoon phase, which is why it's kind of hard to pick up where it's going to go next. There's too many free wills at play here. But she's dressing this up like, oh my God, my brother's here. Now I can have a family again. Oh my God, I get to chase after my kids. But Ten of Swords, it's going to come at a price. And with swords, that's thoughts. So it's mental. So mental health. She's going to have to... I can almost see her brother gaslighting her, being like, why are you getting emotional about that? Like, let's move on from that. That's in the past. Leave the past where it needs to be. Like, think of an Aries snapping. She can't. She was traumatized. Brian has no idea what that's like. And this energy is so hard not to... Anyway. Why do I feel like her kids are just going to continue to, like, basically ignore her unless she can offer something of value? But with Seven of Cups, it's like a dose of realism. So I think she's going to... I don't know. I think it's going to... I feel like Britney doesn't always lie to herself, but if she wants to, she'll stick to the lie. She might... Like I said, she might eventually flip out. Nine of Wands, because I'm walking on eggshells. The world reversed. Cyclical behavior. Shit is not changing. I'm interested to see how this all goes down, because I wouldn't be shocked if she kicks Brian out of the house eventually. I wouldn't be shocked if she just, like, pressure cooker, like, boil, break. Like, okay, Brian, yeah, you're right. Okay, Brian, yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. You know what? Fuck you, Brian. Get the fuck out of my house. Like, that's how I could see it happening. It depends. I mean, she might have to snap once to put him in his place, and then maybe it'll change. I don't know. But for right now, she is painting shit gold and pretending that it's the end-all, be-all. And I'm going to have to wait until we get more news on this, because I'm having trouble speaking. Like, I feel like that's the point. Like, I'm having such a hard time coming up with words, and I feel like that's because I'm in Britney's energy. It's like, how do I move correctly? How do I make sure everybody's happy at the expense of myself? That's all she knows. Back deck, the Chariot in reverse with the Star card. I don't think they'll necessarily get away with it. Like I said, I think eventually she might snap. But this is if everything continues going the way it is right now. Because right now I just see a bunch of people being like, ooh, opportunistic. Time for me to shine with that Star card. But with Justice upright, that's like the only part of hope that I have right now. Because the Chariot is in the reverse at the end, which is like, we're not moving forward. And I'm being drawn to how it's like a buggy and how like it almost looks like we're moving, right? We're taking stuff with us. So I almost wonder if eventually she'll kick Brian out. Because I think she's going to realize, like, in this Star card, look, there's one person, they're all alone. I just feel like she's going to eventually be like, fuck this. And she's going to snap again, and then the media is going to paint her out as fucking crazy. But little do y'all know, everybody that she loves fucking manipulates her. Honestly, guys, like, I know the media wants you to hate Paul. And listen, he was not endgame. Obviously, if she married him, I'd be like, yeah, you picked a piece of crap. But compared to everybody else around her, I mean, the bar's so fucking low, especially with her family, that Paul looks pretty solid in comparison. I am very interested to see, yeah, 8 of Cups, look at that, walking away, Devil's detachment, Page of Swords. She might flip out and walk away. Flip out, kick him out. Yeah, I'm hearing the song Get Out by JoJo. I think right now she's just in her I want the family vibe, and so she's having a hard time being honest with herself. So let's just hope that, you know, maybe she snaps at Brian once and then he adjusts accordingly. Maybe she actually reprimands her children and says, stop talking shit, and maybe they actually listen. I hope that's the case. Spirit, anything else? I just keep hearing the song, Everything You Say to Me Takes Me One Step Closer to the Edge, and I'm about to break. I think Britney is going to silence herself in the name of loving the family, and I think eventually she's going to get to a point where she loses it again. I think we're going to see more Instagram posts that are aggressive and then deleted right after, because it's like, I don't know how to deal with my emotions, and everyone around me tells me that I'm wrong for having them. That's the problem. How are you going to heal if everybody around you says that it's not a big deal? Get over it. Stop being dramatic. Like, she's around the wrong people. So she's eventually going to snap, because nobody cares to be like, how are you, Britney? Like, let's talk about it. What do you need? How can I support you? No one's doing that. No one is. Not even her brother. I'm not buying it. He feels like an opportunistic asshole. But I do see a possibility of her flipping the fuck out, because I just feel like she's in a pressure cooker and she might snap. So she will eventually defend herself, but I think it'll take a while, because she just cares about family above all else, and they know that, and so they weaponize that very thing against her. That's what's so fucked up. So I'm going to leave it there, besties. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know down in the comments. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, my website's in the description box below. I think we should all just pray for Britney. I think she's free, but mentally, I think she's very much still in the past. And I think that the people that she's trying to surround herself with are people that benefit from her not getting over it, because then they can weaponize her kindness. And I think that's what Brian and her sons are trying to do right now, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So I'm going to leave it here, besties. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All the links are down below. Any related videos will be in the description box below as well. Other Britney readings. I've done a bunch, so feel free to check them out. I even did one when she was dating Paul. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, besties. I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend or whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys next time. Love you, besties. Bye.